the argument of why are men so obsessed with success and becoming the top G in 2022. Now, this is a funny video for me to make because honestly, I'm a guy that has been pretty obsessed and maybe still am with success. I want to dig into my mind and kind of review the points from a very honest, kind of self-searching point of view. So first of all, as everyone knows, there was, and I believe through COVID, a lot of certain figures blew up in the ranks of YouTube and many other platforms because men started searching. They were very unhappy. Women started going all street mode because of COVID, and men probably started feeling useless. I definitely was feeling pretty useless within the COVID times. From being a pretty big hustler, I would work in many different jobs, I'd climb the ranks very quickly, to hitting COVID. I was in a bad relationship, I was in a very bad place mentally and many different ways, physically, spiritually, all the ways you can be. And so after everyone kind of blew up, I remember I found his Hamza in the end of 2019, beginning 2020, along with other channels. But the reason I'm making this video is I'm trying to understand why success is so blown up. I remember watching a lot of videos about Hamza and all these guys, and I really started hustling. I gained 10 kilos of muscle mass. I started reading so much more and so many different things, which was definitely good. And I'm not saying chasing success is bad, but I think it's almost gotten to a point where it's actually toxic, even though I hate that word. Like, I used to be really into Hamza, and I still like a lot of things he's doing, but I watched some videos recently, and he was talking with dudes like, if you play at all video games, you're a loser, and I'm gonna fuck your wife, and if you watch any anime or any movies or shit like this, you're wasting your time and stuff. You gotta be on the full hustle. This is a race. This is like a bloodbath and stuff. He has a point in a way that if you wanna be the top sort of person that there is, economically and in many different ways, you need to be running the race. You need to be doing your best. But I think it's reached such a point of exaggeration. And the reason I know this is I remember when I went so deep into it, I started feeling overwhelmed in a way. I felt like I was going against my own nature. I don't know if you understand, but I felt like I was betraying myself in a way. Because I think it is important to try to search for excellence and to develop yourself, but I don't think it needs to be everything your life's about. Chasing that money, chasing those women and all that. I think that's actually a pretty shallow way of looking at it. I think a lot more joy can come in life focusing on things that you enjoy, projects that you can enjoy. For example, I would give an example. I was working in hospitality business and I reached kind of the pinnacle that you can reach in a way. I was working in the highest role in the sector I was working in a very top tier hotel where it was even on TV in Italy and stuff. And I was making very good money and I was miserable. I was absolutely miserable. Right now I'm working basically a customer support job to pay for ends meet, and I love the job. I work from home. I have plenty of time for YouTube. I have plenty of time for gym. I have plenty of time if I want to read or play video games or watch something or have my girlfriend over and stuff, and it's amazing. That's much better. And I actually feel so much, because me, for example, you can probably tell in other videos, I sometimes get like Tourette's or these tics, so to say, and when I'm going way too exaggerated and chasing success, I start ticking, and that's kind of, I start getting tics, and I feel like that's the way of my body telling me like, chillax, dude, relax. Like right now I feel so much more relaxed and I'm going so much more easygoing, and I'm just kind of going with the flow. And I think the world has reached a point where it's just become so superficial that even things which should be seen good are followed in such a toxic and bad way. If you're not going to gym, not 7 but 17 times a week, you're nothing. If you're not doing a double job to get the hustle, you're nothing. That sort of mindset. And I think that's pretty fucked up. And I think that overwhelms a lot of dudes. It's overwhelmed me, that's for sure. And I'm even a pretty crazy work ethic kind of guy. And I've been going to gym for years, like 10 years. And I've been working since I was 12. And then a real job since I was 15. So that's almost 10 years of that as well. That's crazy. And it can get overwhelming. It can become in and of itself a different type of rat race. It's trying to break out of the rat race, but it's a different rat race in and of itself. But yeah, a lot of these channels, they are like, if you're not the top guy, you're nothing. But I think that's very wrong, because I think the normal dudes, The people who work the normal jobs, even the plumbers, the electricians, and all of these dudes are the people who keep the world running. And I think a lot of people actually just want a comfortable lifestyle. They want to be able to find a woman, settle down, have a job that can support them and their family. I think that can be actually one of the best sort of lifestyles. Then again, that's also difficult because the way now society is programmed, it's made to destroy men and make them feel weak. You guys already know this, and to make women abandon their maternal desires to chase very superficial and lustful and materialistic desires. Men as well, they're heading down that path, and I think we're just two different sides of the same coin, toxic in our own ways. Now that I've caught kind of a breather, I've been starting to realize that like a lot of this shit's messed up. Even a lot of the pills, guys, you can hate on me, but I think, as you guys know, the red pill has a lot of toxicity to it. Just go, boom, boom, boom. And at the same time, I think the black pill has a lot of toxicity to it. Really just sitting down in the darkness and really relishing it at a point. A lot of you will agree with me, some of you will probably not. I know that the hand that was dealt was absolutely unjust in a way, in too many ways, and too unbalanced and unfair in many ways. But I think people, even people who are at the bottom, and you guys are at the bottom, you still need to try to chase a life that brings you pleasure to as much as is possible. Go to gym for your body, your health, and to be able to feel better with yourself, not for women, because of course that's pointless. To be reading, not to be more intellectual and stuff, but something that makes you feel whole and fulfilled. Like I just was reading the book As a Man Thinketh, and it was super good. I read it twice this week, and I thought it was amazing how, I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the law of attraction. A lot of people take it very ooh-ooly and religiously, but I think what we think and the way we act can really have a huge effect on our lives. And I think the world is just going to this full-blown rush and hurry, and everything has to be now. And I think that's just such an unhealthy way of living, and it just makes you feel so empty, because I think society, we're technically in the easiest point in life. Everything we have, if you want something to eat, bam, you order and it's here. You want something to buy, you want to buy some clothes, boom, you can order it. If you want to get on a date, if of course you're a higher tier or me plus, you just open up Tinder and you have it and stuff. So everything is just given right away. But we've become so, how can you call it, atomized from each other, and we've become so separated from each other. Before you'd be in a little town and you knew the name of every person in your town, and there would be communal events that everyone would participate in, and it would give them a sense of meaning and a sense of belonging. And I feel like that's something that has really been lost in the world, and that's something that weighs on me and weighs on many people. And I am still fortunate to have really good friends and family and people I can rely on that give me this sense of hope. But I think a lot of people are just living their life alone and in pain and in suffering and feeling lonely. And I know loneliness can be one of the most brutal emotions. It's just such a deep and such a complex emotion. But yeah, that's my rant. I hope you guys can get something from it, feel some form of relating to it, because that's been burdening me a little bit. I need a haircut. I need to go shave. I'm gonna take a shower now. I just threw everything together. I didn't even wash my face. I'm wearing just comfy ass clothes I've been wearing. I did turn on the backlights to add a little bit extra of a touch. But anyway, yeah, I hope you enjoyed it, guys, the video, and I appreciate you watching. I wish you the best of luck. I really hope you can find fulfillment in your life. Fulfillment, not happiness, because I don't really believe in happiness. I believe happiness can be temporary, but I think feeling fulfilled and having some form of purpose that brings sort of meaning to your life is very important. So yeah, peace, guys. Bye.